So Wyckoff distribution phases played out for Bitcoin on the top right here. Then are we in this Wyckoff accumulation phases? Let's find out. So in the previous video, I talked about 3 YouTubers who predicted this massive over 50% Bitcoin dump, and he's one of them. So check out this video if you want to find out more. And he predicted this massive Bitcoin dump and said that Wyckoff distribution is played out, so don't fall into their traps. And it turned out that it was true, so now people are paying more attention to this Wyckoff distribution and the Wyckoff accumulation. Because as you can see here, it looks almost exactly like the typical Wyckoff distribution phase. But honestly, not a lot of people, including myself, believe that this Wyckoff distribution is happening until it played out perfectly. But we went through this PSY, BC, AR, ST phase 1 and went down to SOW, UT, and now phase D, and we are in phase E. That's the end of the Wyckoff distribution. So now what people see is that Wyckoff accumulation phases. Since Bitcoin went through this Wyckoff distribution events and phases, there are a lot of people who are believing that we are in the Wyckoff accumulation zone. And there are 2 types of Wyckoff accumulation zone. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. Can you point out the differences? They look really similar. So phase A, B, D, E are exactly the same. But the only difference is a phase C. So in type 1, from phase B, we go down further and hit spring right here, and then come back and test, then go up to LPS, and then SOS and go higher. But in type 2, from phase B, it doesn't go much lower like type 1, and it just hit this LPS, another LPS, then SOS, and up. So are we in Wyckoff accumulation phases? And if you're in, which one are we in? Type 1 or type 2? So right now, I believe that we are still in phase B. We went down phase A, and now we're in phase B. So it's hard to say that we're in type 1 or type 2. So this blue line is type 1, so we go to spring, test, LPS, SOS. And this purple line is type 2, so we go up from here, then go down, LPS, SOS. So if we go down further from this point, we're probably in type 1 and we'll hit the spring before we bounce back up. And if we bounce back up from here and go down, but not below 31K, we might be in type 2. Either way, if we're in Wyckoff accumulation phases, Bitcoin will likely to go back up at least up to 40 something K. I would say at least 42K. And I prefer type 2 than type 1 because if we are in type 1, we're likely to go down below 31K again. And that can lead to another crazy panic selling here. I don't think that's good. But JRNY Crypto, one of the most popular crypto YouTubers, he's saying that he's waiting for Bitcoin to hit this spring and he's looking to buy more at 28 to 31K. So that is possible. But the real worst case scenario is Bitcoin going down lower from here and then bounce back up to test this area, the resistance, and then fail to break and go down further from here all the way down to next support 23K or even 18K, 19K. There's a possibility of we failing to break out this resistance and go all the way down to the next support. I mean, that would be just horrible, to be honest, because in that way we can't probably dream about the next bull run for another 2 to 3 years. So that's super scary. But what I personally believe is that we will have a relief run, at least a quick dead cat bounce soon, and Bitcoin will try to meet this green line this moving average, 50 days moving average, because we've been far away from this moving average for so long. So it can be the time to go back up and price move close to this 50 days moving average. So that's just my personal opinion, and I will keep you updated with this Wyckoff accumulation scenario on this channel. So just be careful when you trade these days. It's obviously not a good market to trade. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.